Billionaire house tier list. Okay.
Mega mansion to a $50,000 tiny home. This is the billionaire house tier list. Vladimir Putin has a net worth of $200 billion.
Yeah, you got. That's how you got to start out, boys. You got to just recreate a model that works and then find your groove.
And he's got a palace with an
that is mad
underground bunker. S tier. Mark.
Wait, S tier, that's the worst or the best? No, it's the worst.
Zuckerberg bought 1,000 football fields.
Turn off TTS. No, I like that adds to it.
Of land in Hawaii so he could build a massive compound with a self-sustainable underground
TTS.
Control H. I don't think that would do anything, bro.
bunker, over a dozen houses including 2 mansions and a web of disc-shaped tree houses connected by rope bridges. Solid B tier. In 1980,
that is not a B. That is a what? It's just a tree houses. That's the bottom tier.
1984, Steve Jobs bought a California mansion called the Jackling House. It was designed in 1925 by famous architect George Washington Smith for famous rich guy Daniel Jackling. Steve Jobs wanted to burn it down. California said no because of its historical significance.
Damn.
Steve Jobs really wanted to burn it down. He went on record calling the house a dump. He said Jackling had no taste and that George Washington Smith was a—
You see, this is the thing, boys. Even if I had all the money in the world, I wouldn't want to live in a massive house. Like this scale house.
Control plus H now.
Why do you boys keep saying that? Oh, fuck.
I watched this on TikTok.
Gosh damn, what did I just show? Nothing. You guys got nothing from that. L. Oh, you saw this on TikTok? You would want a nice villa. Yeah, I would want, like, I don't know. I just wouldn't want I just want something that's, like, to be honest, the main thing is just having your own space.
I saw orange and black.
No, you didn't. It's just having, so, outside of that, I don't know, man. I've always thought, like, maybe having a farm at some point, but it's quite a lot of upkeep. And also, like, at night, it's quite intense, because you got to be able to look after your spot.
Nobody. He then abandoned the house and let it rot for 10 years. The house became such a mess that he was finally given permission.
Imagine losing your phone in a mansion. Yeah, honestly, I think the thing is, like, when you're a kid, the idea of a mansion sounds amazing.
Did you do Cam Girl Dono?
Yo, chill, bro. What are you talking about? Okay, I'm gonna turn TTS off. Boys, you got, like, we're gonna use this as a VOD. We can't have that.
ASMR fetish.
Okay, all right, I'm turning off TTS. That sucks, boys. Now I'm going to have to actually edit this. Well,
if I was rich, I'd live like old man hockey.
Oh, I wish you boys kept it on track with what we're talking about. I won't take that out, but I wish you kept it on track, at least. That sucks, boys. To
a 50.
Oh.
Yeah,
so what I was saying, like, I don't even know what I was saying. That threw me entirely that you said that. Yeah, I don't know. With a mansion, like, obviously the idea of it, I don't know. When you're a kid, that sounds like the most lit thing ever. But I feel like it's just something that you never consider about. It's just the upkeep of it. You need, like, X amount of money every month coming in to be able to actually maintain a property like that. Because you can't just have the house. You've got to be able to maintain the property, maintain everything, like, pay all the bills, everything. Also, what's the council tax on a mansion? It's probably massive.
Destroy it. 8 months later, he died, making the brutal destruction of this innocent house one of Steve Jobs' final victories. I don't get why he hated on this house so much. I'd say it's a strong C tier. World-famous pharmaceutical salesman El Chapo had a peak net worth of $12 billion. He was said to have houses at every single beach and a ranch in every single state.
Damn.
He also had the government looking for him at every single state. So rather than living in his luxurious mansions, he was forced to stay in discreet safe houses to avoid the law. These unassuming homes had hidden escape routes.
Low-key, I'd prefer that over some of these mansions, just like a little unassuming house. I like that better.
Connecting Chapo to a network of underground tunnels that allowed him to escape capture and keep his drug empire running. Cool. This man was a Harriet Tubman of crack. Solid F tier. Donald Trump's official residence is a 17-acre Florida resort called Mar-a-Lago. After buying it in 1985, Donald made a few changes. In his yard,
the villa at the start was nice.
He put an 80-foot
Putin's villa.
Tall American flag. Oh, no. In his bathroom, he added
a penthouse. To be honest, a penthouse flat would be pretty cool.
A few classified documents from the White House. but the biggest change he made was turning the property into an exclusive club. For a $200,000 entry fee, you could become a Mar-a-Lago member and hang out with rich people. Like Jeffrey Epstein. He was a member of Trump's club until 2007 when he got
What is
kicked
this
out
video becoming?
for hitting on a teenager. Classic Jeffrey. The club's been printing over $20 million a year,
It's
making
not funny.
Mar-a-Lago one of Trump's most lucrative investments. It's a somewhat controversial house, but it is a nice place. Being the Queen of England has a lot of perks. You get the coolest jewelry collection of all time.
It's a pretty quick start on this. I wonder what the number one spot's going
You
to
get
go
to drive a Bentley limo without needing a license. You get to pay taxes when you feel like it. But the coolest part of being the Queen is living in the $5 billion Buckingham Palace. This 775-room behemoth has everything you need to be the ultimate rich person. You got a throne room, a multi-billion-dollar art gallery.
Yeah, but if you live in it, I feel like it's like living in a museum. It's like, it would have been like living in a museum. Like, it feels like a museum in there. Everything, like the way that it's all set up. I wouldn't feel, it's not like you're gonna sort of kick your shoes off and just have like a chill vibe in Buckingham Palace.
London's biggest private garden and an ATM in your basement so you can take out a brick and flex on your 800 staff members. This place is so big, it has its own zip code. I think I'm too poor to even be looking
it's
at this
huge,
house.
bro.
Larry Page, the co-founder of Google, has 5 private islands.
Oh no.
What is Larry Page doing on his 5 private islands? Nearby locals haven't noticed anything unusual except for a few helicopters. But in a 2013 conference, we may have gotten a glimpse into the answer.
There's many exciting and important things you could do that you just can't do because
Yeah, I suppose that's true, Quick HM. I just think that like I would not feel comfy like ever. If I lived in Buckingham Palace, I just would never feel comfy, bro. I can't imagine like kicking my shoes on. I don't know, man. Like, it feels like you're living in a museum.
illegal, but maybe we should set aside a small part of the world where we can try out some new things and figure out what is the effect on society. What's the effect
Yeah,
on
this is
people.
making him look crazy
So in
weird.
case you can't read between the lines, Larry Page is using his islands to perform human experiments on children.
What on earth?
S tier. In a 2010 letter to shareholders, stock market genius Warren Buffett said that his third best investment was his house. In 1958, he bought a $30,000 home in a quiet neighborhood of Omaha, Nebraska. The property is now worth over 40 times what he bought
That's
it for,
mad.
which might seem like an amazing
This is quite a big house as well. Even this would be probably too much space for me.
financial return. However, if he had instead invested that 30K into the stock market, he would have made $3 million. The reason Buffett considers his house such a good investment is not because of numbers, but because of the memories it brought him and his family. Mukesh Ambani, the richest man in India, dropped $2 billion on a 27-story mega mansion in the middle of the hood.
Yeah, that's true, Luke.
Creative visionary Kanye West said this in a 2018 interview.
I'm gonna be one of the biggest real estate developers of all time. I'm tired of the
That's
mixed
true,
mansions,
Luke,
all
that's
the
true.
Spanish roof homes and stuff like that. Like, that shit whack, bro. Like, everybody house whack. It's trash.
Kanye bought this house in 2023. It was originally a church in Los Angeles that he planned to use for his Donda Academy school, but it's since been left to rot. In 2019, Kanye started building massive dome-shaped structures inspired by Star Wars that he believed would revolutionize affordable
They
housing.
make
He
everything
was
out of
seconds
wood in
away
America.
from solving the homelessness crisis when
All the
California
houses in America are made out of wood and drywall.
shut him down because they already had
Bricks are better for homes.
tents for that. Recently, Kanye bought a
I saw
$57
this
million Malibu home, paid someone 20 grand a week to destroy it, then listed it back up for sale for $4 million less than what he bought it for. And on top of that, the guy that he paid to destroy it, turns out he never paid him. So now he's also getting sued. After taking L after L after L, Kanye officially announced that he would be building a 100,000 acre city in the Middle East. Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba, bought a $191 million mansion
Yeah,
on the
that's true.
tallest hill on Hong Kong Island. It offers a beautiful view of the world's most
I'm honestly just not like I don't know. I just don't find Reacts particularly interesting. I feel like it always feels quite flat. I don't know. Like obviously, I'm adding. I suppose I'm adding something to this, but it's always like feels like I'm trying to talk about the topic of what we're looking at, and it's like it always feels quite dry. like I'd rather just watch the video.
unaffordable city. However, Mr. Ma might not be able to
I'm still gonna upload this.
appreciate this view any longer because in late 2020 at an economic conference, he made the
I sort of am. I mean, maybe I need to watch Joe do it more. All I'm getting from this is a random chats and a few grunts here and there. That's what my reacts are like, because I don't really have much to say. I'll go to the countryside, not a mega mansion. Yeah, that's what Leighton, to be honest, man. That's kind of what I want, just that space. Make my own tier list.
the grave mistake of criticizing the Chinese government. Jack Ma isn't dead, by the way. He ended up reappearing in China a few months later. Hopefully Supreme Leader Xi Jinping let him keep his cool house.
You want us to do... All right, I'll plan one for tomorrow.
Michael Jordan's mansion could be yours.
I'll tell you what, we'll do a biscuit tier list. That's how we'll do it today.
$1,855,000. It's actually been on sale for over a decade. The main reason no one's buying it is because it's in Illinois.
Where's Illinois?
On top of that, a lot of the home's features are too unique to Jordan. Not many buyers would want front gates with someone else's jersey number, a theater with someone else's logo.
Yeah, I remember watching back in the day when I was a kid, watching MTV Cribs. It was always quite interesting. I feel like I wanted TTS back on. It's easier to respond to messages then. Yeah, it was MTV Cribs and Pimp My Ride that I used to watch all the time.
Ball court with the names of someone else's kids. Marking your territory is effective for keeping people from eating your pizza and also keeping people from buying your house. Now to the average broke person like myself, having a $15 million house that's not selling might seem like an absolute disaster, but for Michael Jordan, he's probably not that worried. Solid D tier. Jeff Bezos launched Amazon.com from the garage of a house he was renting for $890 a month. He's now the 25th largest landowner in the United States. Jeff has properties all across the country. His main home was a $10 million mansion in Washington until 2023.
But with a lot of these billionaires, the way that they actually fund these properties is through like credit. I mean, a lot of them don't have a huge amount of cash available to them. They will just live on lines of credit.
When he moved to Florida so he could be closer to his family and further from the IRS. He lives on a man-made island off the coast of Miami, where he bought a $68 million mansion. 2 months later, he spent $79 million on the one next door. It's a pretty chill place, I'd say B tier, but he's also evading taxes,
I saw that video
bumps him
right
up to A tier. Saudi crown
prince.
Prince.
Apparently Pimp My Ride was like, I'm just gonna have some nicotine gum. Apparently Pimp My Ride was literally just like, yeah, Rode, I actually kind of agree with that. I mean, fundamentally, I don't think anyone should accrue so much wealth that they become a billionaire at full stop. I mean, I think that is, I think at a certain point, it should just be taxed over a certain amount.
Mohammed bin Salman dropped 300 mil on a French chateau. It has a nightclub, a moat with an underwater aquarium, and modern technology that can all be controlled with an iPhone. The building might seem like a historic landmark, but it was actually built in 2009 by Saudi businessman Ahmad Khashoggi. The wealthy developer probably won't be doing business with the Crown Prince anytime soon, because in 2018, according to the CIA, the Crown Prince assassinated his cousin.
Damn.
If Ahmad and the Crown Prince ever link up again, that might be an awkward conversation.
Yeah, that's true, Luke. Like, I guess if someone sold their company or something like that, then they have like a liquid. Like, I think you literally just get like. I wonder how it works. Do you literally just get a bank transfer of $1 billion?
It's a pretty cool house, though. Billionaire's Row is a New York City neighborhood with the tallest and most expensive buildings in the world. The people that buy these apartments aren't buying apartments; they're investing in furnished capitalism.
The majority of people who are actually living here aren't actually living here. They're using these apartments for places to store value.
It's a brand. It's like a Birkin bag. Where do you live? 157. Where do you live? 111. Where do you live? 220.
In 2019, billionaire investor Ken Griffin bought 4 floors of 220 Central Park South for $238 million, making...
I remember seeing that in the Shard in London. They were going to turn the top bits into flats. That I remember. This was it. I thought this was insane. What was quite funny is that when I was a kid, I remember researching about this because I was trying to do all this sort of business stuff and being like, damn, one day I want to live up there. But then I was also like, I just want to work a normal job. So I was like, I think I wanted to work. I was working at Starbucks at the time, so I was like, damn, maybe I'll just carry on working at Starbucks and live in the top of the Shard if I sell my business. Yeah, I think I got my first job when I was like 16 or 15 or something. That's not anyway. All right, let's finish this off.
At the most expensive real estate purchase in the United States. 220 holds the most desirable view in the
Let's read science papers for the next 4 hours, only physics though. That'll be way drier than this later, man.
city, being the only Billionaire's Row tower located directly on Central Park. I mess with Ken Griffin, but I think $240 million for a concrete brick is a little bit too much. Bill Gates has a $150 million complex in Washington. It has an epic...
It's just a bit dry because it's all kind of the same shit. Like, it's the same... I feel like half this video, like, I actually personally wouldn't watch a video like this because it's not particularly interesting to me.
Library with a manuscript written by Leonardo da Vinci. That's the only interior footage of his house on the internet. So some of
Most of the assets aren't stocks, it's houses and boats and stuff. What, billionaires?
the following
Yeah, I
visuals
guess,
will
like,
be made
yachts
with
and stuff
AI.
like that.
AI is a brilliant tool.
Bill Gates has a 60-foot indoor swimming pool. Inside of it is an underwater sound system, but that's nothing compared to his personal Lake Washington beach that has sand imported from the Caribbean. He also has a trampoline room, walls covered in screens, and his favorite tree that he monitors electronically 24 hours a day. There's some cool tech in this house. I'd say a solid beach.
Wait, Bill Gates got a favorite tree? What? And he monitors it. Let's see Bill Gates' tree here. What the hell? A 40-year-old maple. Damn. Where is it? Now that would be a stream. Going to visit it. Why does he monitor it so closely? Nearly as old as you. I'm not 40, boys. I'm almost 30, to be fair. Is Bill Gates... Well, there we go. All right. Oh.
Tier. In 2002, Larry Ellison, the co-founder of Oracle, got a letter from his accountant. It listed a few of his expenses, like his $25 million villa in Japan, $194 million yacht, and $200 million Japanese temple in California. Larry's net worth at the time was $23 billion, but his accountant was still concerned. I'm worried, Larry. It's imperative that we start to 14 with her then husband.
Strange time.
I'm slightly.
Of
Oh, yeah,
2020,
Elon Musk. It'd be
Elon
interesting to
Musk
see what house
announced
he's
that he would
got.
be selling almost all physical possessions, including his homes. And he stayed true to his word, selling off each of his California mansions one by one.
The reality is, you can only live... Not Wordle. You can only live in one house at a time. This is why I don't really understand buying like 15 houses like some of these geezers.
He then acquired a $50,000 tiny home.
I think possessions kind of weigh you down. Then they're kind of an attack vector. People say, "Hey, billionaire, you got all this
Attack
stuff."
vector.
Like, well, now I don't have stuff. Now what are you gonna do?
Elon's $50,000 tiny home is actually his guest house. His main home is a South Texas rental property. It's technically only worth 45 grand, but he also spent 200,000 building an 8-foot fence around it and covering it with
The fence is worth more than the house.
security
Man.
cameras. Elon says he got rid of his stuff when he sold off his $100 million real estate portfolio. But considering that only accounts for 0.05% of his wealth, he still has a lot of stuff, after all.
What is this next video? Interesting. Well, there we go. Again, boys, I'm just not good at reacts. Let me turn TTS back.